Dark Shadows, number 76, BTR 10366, air 101066, take one.
My name is Victoria Winters. The Collins family has owned Collinwood for more than 130 years, and the family still wants to keep it in spite of the terror they've known there.
I would like to see Mrs. Stoddard.
Is she expecting you?
Probably not. On the other hand, knowing her, she probably did expect me back.
I have no idea where she is.
She hasn't been off this place in 18 years, so I know she's here somewhere. I want to see her. Is that clear?
Carolyn, would you mind going to see if you can find your mother?
You already sent Matthew for her.
So I did.
In that case, I'll wait.
What have you come here for, Burke?
I came here for something I waited 10 years for. I've come for Collinwood.
I must have misunderstood you. Did you actually say that you've come for Collinwood? Do you think we would hand it to you?
I don't think you would hand me anything, Roger. Besides, the house doesn't belong to you. It belongs to your sister.
Be that as it may, do you think she would let you have this house?
She may not have much choice in the matter.
You're not serious.
Oh, yes, I'm serious.
You can't. You simply can't be thinking of a thing like that.
I've thought of nothing else for the past 10 years.
You said you meant us no harm.
That, my dear Carolyn, is what the politicians call campaign oratory. It's what you want to hear, but you're not necessarily expected to believe it.
And I suppose everything else was campaign oratory, too.
Well, I almost got elected, didn't I? Now, if you'll run along, I have some things to say to Roger which are not for your tender ears.
Never mind my tender ears. I want to know if everything you've said to me was a lie.
Believe me, I didn't want to lie to you. I tried not to. But you made the temptation irresistible.
This is ridiculous. Carolyn, go get your mother. You can't trust that idiot Matthew to do anything right.
That's right, Roger. You can't trust Matthew to do anything, can you?
I don't know what you mean.
I mean that he nearly killed me the other night in the Blue Whale.
I had nothing to do with that.
Or with Bill Malloy's death?
Of course not.
I think you're wrong. Because I think you did have something to do with it, and one day I'll prove it, somehow, some way.
It has already been declared accidental death. Why can't you let it go at that?
Because I don't agree.
You're acting just as you did when the jury gave the verdict about your manslaughter conviction.
Yes, I am. Because I still feel the same way.
Matthew said I was wanted in the drawing room.
Yes, Mother, I was looking for you. It's Burke. He's in there with Uncle Roger.
Burke?
He's terribly angry.
What does he want here?
He says he wants Collinwood.
He wants Collinwood.
Shall I go in with you?
No, you stay out of this. I'll take care of Burke Devlin.
Because you don't happen to agree with the jury, you think you can come here and steal Collinwood.
Not steal, Roger. I've never stolen anything. Not even 5 years out of a man's life.
Are you insinuating that I stole 5 years from your life?
Well, I didn't give them away. I didn't sell them or lend them, therefore they must have been stolen. By you. You should have served that time, not me.
You have not one iota of proof for what you say.
I will have. You see, Roger, I don't put much faith in the old adage that murder will out. Because I don't think it will out by itself. I think it has to be pried out with some sort of a lever.
And you think you have found that lever?
Yes. I think Bill Malloy found it. And what he can find, I can.
Burke, it is all dead, buried, and forgotten.
It may be dead and buried, but it's not forgotten. Not for 1 minute. Nor have I forgotten the reason why I came to Collinsport.
Burke, just why did you come back to Collinsport?
To raise myself to the status of a Collins.
Of all the ridiculous nonsense.
Quiet, Roger. Do you think all of your money could make you into a Collins?
Oh, no, you misunderstand me. I didn't say I wanted to be a Collins. Look at you. A man afraid of his own shadow. And a woman who hasn't been off the grounds in 18 years.
That's enough. My personal life does not concern you.
You're quite right, Mrs. Stoddard. For that outburst, I apologize. But I don't apologize for wanting this house, these grounds, for wanting Collinwood.
Why do you want this huge, gloomy house?
Yes, don't you see? He wants to move in here and pretend like he was born to it.
Making a silk purse out of a sow's ear? No, that's not why I want it. I think it's much better to earn what you have than to be born to it.
I'm not interested in your philosophy, but I do want to know why you came back here against my express wishes.
Well, I wanted to talk some business with you. And since the mountain won't come to Mohammed, here I am.
State your business.
I already have. I want to buy Collinwood.
Why do you want it?
Oh, maybe I want to found a dynasty.
That takes more than a house, Burke.
Granted. Well, then perhaps I wanted to hang my portrait here, the one that Sam Evans is painting of me. I think it would look particularly well hanging over this mantel.
I think your portrait would look splendid wherever you choose to hang it. Why must you pick Collinwood for your art gallery?
It doesn't matter one way or the other. Collinwood is not for sale.
Even if I were willing to pay more than it is worth?
Did you say more than it is worth?
Vicky, don't go in there.
Why not?
He's here.
Who?
Burke.
Wait till your mother finds out.
She's already found out. She's in there with him now. And Uncle Roger.
Was he invited?
No. Vicky, they were right about him from the very beginning. He's determined to do exactly what they said he would do. Destroy us.
Oh, don't be so melodramatic. What can he do, bomb the house?
I wouldn't put it past him. Vicky, he wants to buy Collinwood.
That doesn't surprise me.
What are we going to do?
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm going upstairs.
Oh, Vicky.
But, Liz, you'll never find anyone else who would want to buy this place.
Collinwood is not for sale.
But you yourself have said that it's dreary, drafty, and desolate. Why not get rid of it?
Sell Collinwood? You must be joking.
I am not joking. The money we would get, we could get a place much more practical, a place that we would really enjoy.
It is out of the question. I can't imagine Collinwood belonging to anybody but a Collins. This isn't the kind of a place you buy and sell. Our great-grandfather didn't buy it for someone. He built it for himself and his family. And that's the reason why I've kept it, in hopes that someday David will feel the same way I do.
Well, I'm very sure that David would feel the way I feel about it. As far as I'm concerned, I would be willing for the place to burn down tomorrow.
Then why not sell it to me?
Whether Roger likes it or not is beside the point. I'm sure you understand my feelings about Collinwood. And you must have known I wouldn't consider selling it. I don't know why you even asked.
Because I admire you, Mrs. Stoddard. I always have. And I wanted to give you an opportunity to withdraw gracefully. And if you wouldn't do that, give you a fair warning. Because I intend to own Collinwood. I intend to own the Collins Canneries and the fishing fleet and all the subsidiary enterprises.
You realize, of course, that none of these things could happen.
On the contrary, I realize that there is no way in the world you can stop me.
Very well, Burke. I think we understand each other.
Liz, you don't understand this man at all. How could you?
Do you understand me, Roger?
Maybe not. But I think we should talk this over.
Wish they'd finish whatever it is they're doing.
Maybe they're haggling about the price. Are you sure Burke wants to buy Collinwood?
Yes, he said so. I'm just afraid it's only the beginning of what he wants. I wish I didn't care so much.
Well, it'd be mighty strange if you didn't.
I can't imagine living anywhere but Collinwood.
Your mother hasn't sold it yet.
I know, but not long ago she was trying to talk me into leaving. Even wanted to send me to Europe.
Well, maybe she just wanted to give you a vacation from the place. That certainly doesn't mean she wants to sell it.
No. I know, I suppose you're right. She never goes anywhere anyway.
Well, then, how could she sell it?
Unless she stayed here with Burke.
I wonder why Burke wants this place, when he could have any place in the world.
Oh, I suppose it's symbolic of something to him.
If he did get
Vicky,
it,
don't even suggest that.
I just wondered what he'd do with it.
It isn't exactly cozy, is it?
Maybe he just wants to belong somewhere, to have roots.
I don't know, but let's go back downstairs. Vicky, hurry up.
That has nothing to do with it, Liz. I'm not worried about what he thinks Evans knows or what Evans thinks he knows. I'm thinking about this place, about this white elephant, and how wonderful it would be to get rid of it.
It is out of the question, Roger. Just as Burke has his reasons for wanting to be here, I have my personal reasons for wanting to stay, and I assure you, they're just as valid as his.
But not only would we be rid of this place, but we would be rid of the headaches that go with staying on this place.
Meaning me?
Yes, meaning Burke Devlin.
I'm not afraid of Burke Devlin or his plans. I'll find a way to take care of things.
How?
I just think I expect to tell you in front of Burke.
I mean business, Mrs. Stoddard. I advise you to take this opportunity.
When I feel I have to take your advice, I'll be more than willing to give up.
But I've seen the assessment reports. I assure you I can afford a lot more than that.
My evaluation of Collinwood is not based on assessment. There are certain things you can't put a value on. Collinwood is one of them.
Burke, let me talk to Liz for a moment. Step out here.
Oh. I'll wait.
Liz, now listen to me.
Burke, what's changed you so?
I haven't changed. I'm still the same obnoxious character I always was.
Carolyn tells me you want to buy Collinwood.
That's right.
But why? What do you want with a house this size?
I want plenty of room for my children to grow up in.
I thought you told me you meant no harm to my family.
I'm not stealing the place. I offered to buy it, cash money.
What would you do with it if you did get it?
First, get rid of the ghosts.
And then what?
Who knows?
I think you're doing it all just to be spiteful.
To whom?
I don't know. Maybe to Laura.
Why should I feel spiteful towards Roger's wife?
Because she married him instead of you.
You have been hearing a lot of stories, haven't you?
I wasn't snooping, if that's what you mean. Everybody knows that story.
Well, then, maybe you'd better meet me sometime and tell me all about it.
Do you really want Colin Wood? Or are you just trying to hurt someone you think has hurt you?
Hurt me? What about Bill Malloy? He tried to help me and he's dead.
What's he got to do with Colin Wood?
Because his body was found up here?
That has nothing to do with it.
You still think Uncle Roger had something to do with it?
I made up my mind to have Colin Wood before Bill Malloy ever entered the case.
I don't understand you. And I wonder if you do either.
Not always. If I did, I wouldn't offer to buy Colin Wood. I'd find some other way of getting it. Or better yet, I'd just let the family live here on this place till it destroyed them, every one of them.
This is our home.
It's more than that. It's the house of evil. Can't you feel it? It's oozing out of all the
That's
walls.
absolute nonsense. I've read all of the history.
Sure,
of
you've
my
read your
family.
own family book. Why don't you ask some of the people in the town? Some of the people who work at the cannery. The men who work the fishing boats. They'll tell you about the illustrious Collins family.
Is that true, or is this just another expression of hurt feelings?
I only know what I've been told.
And you only believe what you want to believe.
That's better than believing nothing at all.
For heaven's sake, Liz, it would be worth it to sell at a loss if it meant getting Burke off our necks.
I don't think it's my neck you're concerned with.
All right, then, off my neck.
What's behind it, Roger? Why are you so afraid of Burke?
There's nothing behind it, and I'm not afraid of him. He's just an unendurable annoyance.
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to put up with it a little longer. I have no intention of selling Colin Wood to him or to anyone else.
Why, Liz? Why must you hang on to this relic of the past?
Perhaps for that very reason. Because it is a relic of the past.
Well, don't tell me it's because of Paul, because I know better than that.
You know nothing at all.
I know that this blissful marriage you were supposed to have had was not so blissful at all.
You know nothing of the sort. You were away at school.
We had holidays from school, didn't we? I was home then. I saw enough to know that I'm right. I know. That's why I could never believe this story about you sitting here and waiting and grieving for your long-lost husband to show up.
I refuse to discuss it anymore. And I also refuse to discuss even the remote possibility of selling Collins Wood. Burke, come in. Carolyn, come in. You too, Vicky. All of you might as well hear what I have to say.
Well, why bore Vicky with our private affairs?
Vicky's practically a member of the family. She's been through enough unpleasantness, and there's no reason why she shouldn't hear the rest of it.
Can't we at least think about it for a little longer?
No. I'm sure that Burke is anxious for an answer. Burke, no matter what you may think, have not up to now used the influence of the Collins or the Collins money to hamper you in any way. But now you leave me no choice.
All I did was offer to buy a piece of real estate.
Oh, no, you've done more than that. You've stirred up a great deal of unrest and suspicion in Collinsport. You've made several accusations which you may be called upon to prove or face a slander suit.
I don't think Roger would like that.
You're not dealing with Roger now. You're dealing with me, Burke, and the best lawyers I can find.
So it's out in the open, huh?
If you want to fight, you'll get one. But I promise you one thing. When it's over, you'll know you've been in a fight.
Mrs. Stoddard, I'm sure I will.
No, she has to make up her own mind.
Did I forget something?
You forgot to say goodbye.
So I did. Goodbye, Carolyn.
Isn't there anything I can say or do? Something that'll make you stop all this?
No. I'm sorry that you have to be involved, but you happen to be a Collins.
My name is Stoddard. Carolyn Stoddard.
Carolyn Collins Stoddard. Well, I guess that was pretty definite.
Yes, it was.
Vicky, where do you stand in all this?
Right where I've always stood, on my own 2 feet.
I see. Well, I hope those pretty feet don't get smeared with mud.
Watch Peyton Place as Norman and Rita make a revealing discovery on a camping trip tonight at 9:30, 8:30 Central Time on ABC. Dark Shadows is a Dan Curtis production.